Hey guys, so first of all, I just want to say I'm sorry for the background. It looks really unorganized, and also my hair, it looks really messy. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, period. Okay, so today it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice outside. So, I just wanted to come on here and record because when it's nice outside, the quality looks good. So, yeah, let's get into the video. Let me tell y'all what it's going to be about first. So, as many of my close friends know, I was living in Mexico for 2 years, and I'm gonna talk about that experience because I feel like many people go through this. Like somebody in their family gets deported, or just whatever reason it may be. It's just really hard to adapt to the new, to adapt to the new environment, to the new people, to like the culture. If could Because yeah, we have Mexican roots in our blood and everything, we know about this shit, but it's different when you actually live there because you just get to experience everything firsthand. So that's what I'm gonna be talking about, because I was thinking of like, what can I film today because it's nice outside. I want to talk about something, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, what can I just talk about my experience when I went to Mexico, when I lived in Mexico. So because a lot of people think Mexico is just all fun and games, but it's not. It's really fucking hard at first. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about that. Okay, so when I was about 11 or 10 years old, my family decided to move to Mexico for personal reasons. So we moved or whatever, and it was really hard because here I basically had about like my whole childhood. I was here in Oklahoma since I was born, and I had to obviously adapt to a new place because duh, I was gonna live there. um but it was really hard, like, man, especially, okay, let me just start from the beginning. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so the whole moving process was a whole fucking mess because duh, we lived here, so we had to sell clothes, furniture, vehicles, everything. We even had to like give away our dogs to, like, obviously people we were close with because we didn't want to leave them just here alone, but we had to give our dogs away. Like, bitch, imagine leaving your dog behind. That is just so sad to begin with. But so in the whole process of moving, my dad had already been in Mexico, so he was already in Mexico. So it was just my mom, my little brother, and me, because that's who it was at the time, just only us three. So we were, it was really hard. Honestly, I don't know how my mom pulled all of that together. She's a strong ass woman, so shout out to her. So we left to Mexico, right? So at first, it was really fucking hard. I keep saying this, but it was really hard. So my mom is from Chihuahua and my dad is from Aguascalientes. Those are two different places, right? So it is really different in both of the places because Chihuahua is like a city, right? And Aguascalientes is a city too, but the specific place we were going to, it was not a city. It was like a pueblito, you get me? So that shit was hard to begin with because first of all, I was used to having everything I wanted. Like, if I needed new shoes or new clothes, my mom would, okay, let's go to the store. You get me? Like, it was that easy just to get whatever I needed or whatever I wanted when I wanted it. And yes, that sounds like, damn bitch, you're spoiled, but it was just me and my brother. It was both my mom and my dad worked, so it was much more easier, you get me? So, that to begin with, when we moved, it was super hard because um we weren't economically stable like that, so we had to adapt to the new change, right? So when I got there, it was all cool. The family was excited because obviously we were there for the very first time ever. This was my very first time going to Mexico, like as not grown up but like older, because I had been to Mexico, but obviously I was like a little ass baby, like 1-2 years old. So this was my very first time at this new place, Aguascalientes, whatever. So at first family members were like really cool about it. They were like, yeah, like, oh my god, we're so happy you're here and this and that, whatever. So I was like, damn, I love this place, it's so chill, whatever. So then that was during like the summer, right? So I was in school till the 4th grade, and then I moved to Mexico, and I had to obviously go to school. I couldn't just stop fucking getting my education. So we left, and it was the summer, right? So we got enrolled into school over there. It was fucking hard because I didn't know how to talk fluently Spanish, like proper Spanish, you get me? Like, I would talk Spanish with my parents all the time, but it wasn't proper, you get me? Because obviously, like, the fuck? Like, okay, so my Spanish wasn't fluent, and I didn't know how to read Spanish. Like, those are two basic things you need to go to school. You need to learn, you need to know how to read and how to write in order to understand what they're teaching you and all of that shit. So I didn't know how to read, I didn't know how to write it, I didn't know how to speak it fluently, so it was really hard. I remember very fucking vividly, I would sit in the kitchen and I would grab a book and I would try to read Spanish, and I couldn't. I would cry to my mom, be like, I don't want to be here anymore, I want to leave, I don't want to do this. But you know, my strong ass boss ass bitch, I pulled through. It just took a lot of fucking time, a lot of effort, a lot of my mom being there with me, like telling me like, okay, you gotta do this, you have no choice, right? And at the time we were not thinking of coming back, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna live here permanently, so I have to push, I have to keep going, I can't just fucking stay in a hole, you know? Little kid, I was a little kid thinking this already, okay? I was freaking 10 telling myself to keep pushing, okay? So whatever, I pulled through. School was hard, and you remember how I told you family at school was at first was really fucking cool? It is still like that for long. So Aguascalientes, okay, I don't know how to say this. So my biological dad, I don't live with him, I don't know him, I don't have communications with him, we just don't talk, period. I don't know him like that. So fuck that nigga, first of all. And then second of all, I have been with my stepdad since I was 2 or 3, I believe. So that's basically my nigga, that's my dad, whatever. So the place we went to in Mexico is his family's, my stepdad's, which I will call him dad because that's what he is, because a dad is who raises you and who looks after you, who raises you, who fucking takes care of you, period. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. If that nigga isn't providing for your child, isn't teaching him anything, that is not the father of your kids. That's just a fucking bum, a sperm donor, period. So my dad is the one I'm living with currently. So we went to his side of the family, right, to Mexico. So the family at first liked me because obviously when you're with family like for the very first time, you're gonna be super pumped about it, you're gonna be super like, yes, let's go do this, let's go do that. But after a while they get a little annoying, and don't tell me y'all don't be getting annoyed of y'all's families, because bitch, you're lying. But they were really cool with me at first, and then They weren't. My cousins didn't like me because I wasn't related to them. You get me? So that was really fucking hard. It was just me and my brother against 50 ass cousins. So that was fucking hard. Like, I remember I would cry. They would make me cry. They would make my dad mad because how are you going to disrespect his family like that? Because that's what we are. We're his family. So with that being said, they would bully me. My own ass family would bully me. They would, okay, oh, we had a little a whiteboard outside of my room, because if y'all have been to Mexico, y'all know that some houses are outside and like built with laminas and shit, you know. So the whiteboard, they would write mean ass shit to us, because obviously we were gonna see it. We were gonna come out the room eventually, so of course we were gonna see the fucking whiteboard. They would be like, go back to your country, you don't belong here, we only talk Spanish here, this and this and that. Like, how I don't understand how you can be so mean to a child. Like, because that's what we were kids. We didn't know what we were talking about. So bitch, how can you be so hateful? How could you have so much hate in your heart at such a young age? I don't get it. So that was really fucking hard, but eventually I outgrew that. So going to Mexico taught me a lot of things. First of all, don't give a fuck what people say. Yes, it hurts and you're gonna be hurting for a little while, but you gotta get over it, because those people are not like paying your bills. They're not giving you food. They're not doing nothing for you. So bye. Okay, that was one thing. The other thing is it taught me how to be really responsible, because like I said before, when I was here, I would get anything I wanted when I wanted it, right? So I had to learn how to adapt to rules. I had rules here. I had chores. I had this and that. But it wasn't as intense as it was over there. I learned how to fucking mop. I know it sounds stupid. I know it does, but I did. I learned how to mop over there. I learned how to clean good over there. Like, we had to get up every day at 8 o'clock to clean, every day. And so that made me responsible, and it low-key made me a clean freak, because if you know me, I can't have my room dirty. Like, my room has to be clean at all times. So it made me responsible, and it made me grow as a woman, right? It taught me how to do new things, even taught me how to cook here and there, not even going front. And it just taught me how to be stronger and more responsible. It's like God, I know I'm gonna get into it. I just had to bring God in this. God puts you in certain situations for a reason. And that's what I learned from that. Because he wanted me and my family to know what it is to struggle. So it's a hard time. Sometimes we didn't even know if we were gonna eat that day, because it was that fucking hard. The economy over there is so fucked up, and if you're here living good, eating good, having whatever you want, bitch, you're in paradise. Because some people do not get that. Like, some people don't have the privilege to go eat Buffalo Wild Wings every day. Some people don't have the privilege of getting a pair of new shoes every weekend, this and this and that. I could go on. And honestly, it is an honor to be able to say that I have struggled, and that I have had my highs and lows, and I have overcame through all of it. I remember I would go months without a pair of new shoes. My shoes would be coming apart, and I would still wear them, because we didn't have money to buy new shoes. And it was me and my brother. Over there, you get paid like $1,000 per month. month, bitch. Not even weekly, monthly. So you had to extend that check and provide for your family. So my mom, being a boss ass bitch, she would try and make money whichever way. She would sell candy, she would sell hot dogs and hamburgers, she would sell clothes that we wouldn't use anymore. She was everywhere, hustling, trying to provide for me and my brother and my dad, of course, and herself. So it was really, at first it was really hard because being in a place that you don't know and family not liking you to begin with is really hard because we had no one. All we had was each other, and sometimes we just wanted company. You get me? We just wanted comfort. We just wanted people to tell us it's gonna be okay, you guys are gonna get through this, we are here for you, we love you, and this and that. But we didn't have that shit. So that was my experience just getting there, right? So they were rude, disrespectful, bullying me, no money, bad at school. Like, I didn't get any of it because I didn't know how to speak the language or write the language or speak it fluently, whatever. So now fast forward to a year and a half. I'm now in 6th grade and I'm bomb ass grades, bitch. I outgrew the not knowing how to speak Spanish, not knowing how to write it. I was in the escolta. I don't know if y'all, well, I don't know if you know what it is, please comment down below. So basically you get to carry your flag, so the Mexican flag, obviously. You get to carry it and walk around the whole school. We have in Mexico, schools have an assembly every Monday just to like begin the new week and give motivation and this and this and that. So the kids with the highest grades in the 6th grade would get the honor to carry the Mexican flag around the whole school, like to present it and to give thanks for another week, like all that good stuff. So it was an assembly we had every Monday. So if you had good grades in the 5th grade, you would go up to 6th grade and be in this escolta thing, right? I was in it. Boss ass bitch. Give a fuck about a nigga. Nah, but yeah, I was in it because I outgrew the not knowing how to write it or read it and all of that bullshit. So then I was doing good grades. I really made new friends. I made a lot of friends. I met a lot of sweet people, honestly, and genuine, honest people, good people. So I was good with that. I was not stressing about any family that had nothing to say about me. So I was at a good place, right? So but again, the money was really a problem for this because how are you gonna live with no money? I'm sorry, but bitch, money is everything in this world. If you don't think money is a problem, you must be fucking rich or something, because bitch, it can solve a lot of your problems. And over there we didn't have money, so we had to come back and chase the bag, period. So my parents got their visa and everything, and we decided to come back. It was a really hard experience. I already said that like a lot of times. Don't get me wrong though, I love Mexico. I love the food, I love the people that I have over there, my family, some of my family, my friends. Teachers that I knew, that I met over there, are really supportive still. They're really nice. I miss them. Like I said, friends and my close family, like my grandma and stuff. They're really good people, and I bow to people that live over there because it's just so hard to just live a life over there. The money is, so it wasn't just all bad. At first it is, because like I said, or I don't know if I said it, but adapting to something new is always going to be hard. It's never going to be easy to adapt to a new house, to adapt to new people, to adapt to a new state if you move, because obviously you got to start from zero. You don't know anybody, so you got to build your way up. So yeah, but I think, like I said, I keep saying like I said, but bitch, I already said it, so I'm gonna say it again. Like I said, it is God puts you in a position for a reason. So I think what I have learned from that experience is be humble, because you never know when things are gonna go wrong. You just never know. So you may have a lot of money right now, you may be eating good, but someday you may starve and you can not have anything. So family is really valuable, because that is the one and only thing that is going to stick around no matter what. Your mom, your dad, and your siblings, period. I don't care about no fucking close best friend. I don't care about no close cousin. No, bitch. Everyone is gonna fold but your family. Enough said. So family, being humble, it taught me how to be bilingual, like a fluent bilingual in both languages. Now you can hear my Mexican accent. Now I have an accent. Now I talk Spanish good, right? So bilingual. What else? Yeah, it just taught me how to be grateful for the things I have. And if I don't have the things I want, it's okay, because a lot of people don't get what we want, and that's just life. We just gotta keep pushing through it and just work. We just gotta work our way up to get what we want. So yeah, that was my experience, and I know a lot of people can relate to this, because I know that having parents that are not residents of this country, it is really hard, because you just never know what can happen, and everything happens in a blink of an eye, and you just never know what's gonna happen. So you just always have to be prepared for something bad happening, and out of that bad thing, a good outcome can be on its way. You get me? So if you're going through a hard time right now, if you're put in a situation that you're like, God, why am I here? Why did this happen to me? This and this and that. Just know that he wants you to understand something. He wants to teach you something out of it. So always, 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 always stay positive and don't give up on whatever you want, on whatever you may be having trouble with. Don't give up. Just keep pushing and try to understand from different perspectives. Like, okay, I'm doing this. I need to do this. I need to not do this and do this other thing so it can be right. You get me? So yeah, that's just my advice to y'all. And honestly, just stay positive. So that was my experience at Mexico. It was rough, but you learn from every bad thing that happens to you. That's all I gotta say. Period. So I hope you guys watched through the whole thing. I am gonna be going to Mexico here in a couple of days, like next week. So I will show you guys where I'm from and my family over there and all that good stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about the very first time that I was there and talk about how it's not always all pink and roses over there. So yeah, I just want to put my experience out there. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video. If y'all liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, or subscribe. I don't know what fucking side it is, but yeah, thanks for watching my videos and giving good feedback. And if you don't got good feedback to give, then don't give it to me, bitch, and because I don't give a fuck, and I'm still gonna do the video. So period. But thank you so much for watching, and yeah.